Bet you didn't know that the author of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and the Grateful Dead lyricist were both part of a CIA mind control experiment. And these guys weren't accidentally caught up into it. They actually signed up for it. They just didn't know the government was behind it. So let's talk about MKUltra, acid tests, and how the American counterculture movement might have been born in a government lab. In 1959, Ken Kesey, a young writing student at Stanford, signed up for a series of paid experiments at Menlo Park VA Hospital. He was given LSD, psilocybin, mescaline, and amphetamines, and then was told to write down his thoughts, and he had no idea that the CIA was funding the project through MKUltra. And right alongside him was Robert Hunter, who would go on to be the primary lyricist for the Grateful Dead. He also took psychedelics as a test subject in those same studies under the same secret funding. MKUltra was a covert CIA program designed to study mind control. Between the 1950s and 1970s, they tested drugs, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, and yes, even electromagnetic energy on unwitting civilians and prisoners. They wanted to know, can you break a mind? Can you control behavior? Can you erase memory or create a Manchurian candidate? Most of it was done without consent, but in this case, they paid creative and intelligent students like Ken Kesey and Hunter to trip out, and then observed what happened. What happened next was probably not what the CIA intended. Kesey went on to write One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which is a novel about institutional control, manipulation, and rebellion. He formed the Merry Pranksters, painted a school bus, and launched the acid test, blowing LSD wide open across the country. Hunter, meanwhile, channeled his trips into some of the most iconic psychedelic lyrics of the 20th century. Dark Star, Ripple, Terrapin Station. He helps shape the psychedelic language of the spiritual movement, the same one that MKUltra was trying to control. But here's where it gets a little weird. Some think that the CIA lost control of the experiment, that Kesey and Hunter turned mind control research into a consciousness revolution. And others think it might be more sinister, that the widespread release of LSD wasn't accidental, that destabilizing the culture was the point. To discredit activism, scatter movements, or observe mass behavior. Either way, it's true that two major cultural figures were shaped by CIA psychedelic tests. But if that's what they were doing in 1959, what are they doing now? Like, follow, save, subscribe, share, and drop a comment. Do you think that Kesey and Hunter escaped the experiment or fulfilled it?